A new event just started in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. This is the Imagination Celebration, and this year it runs April 18th through May 22nd. And this event has a medieval Ren Fair fantasy kind of theme. And like all of our events, it kicks off with a short cutscene, and we get to see Hello Kitty and My Melody in their event outfits. They explain the story behind the event, and that we'll be collecting Mystic Stones. We can spend those to get all of this new furniture at the event stand and old furniture and clothing in the shops. Each day, you'll be getting 4 Mystic Stones from your daily tasks. That's 1 for each of those daily quests. However, how you get the rest of the Mystic Stones depends on the platform you're playing on. And we have a few bugs in the game right now that you should be aware of. If you're playing on Apple Arcade, you'll be looking for a chest each day. The good news is these chests seem to stack up to 3 chests in total, so if you're unable to log in every day, you won't fall too far behind. Each day in the chest, you'll end up with 7 stones. However, something to keep in mind, some players have reported that if they open their chest and then do their daily tasks, the daily tasks don't seem to reward them with stones. I haven't been able to reproduce this issue. I did try on one of my second accounts. However, there is a different issue that is reproducible. If you log in to play on Apple Arcade, log out without doing your daily tasks and log back in on the same day to do them, it seems like those daily tasks right now are not rewarding you with the Mystic Stones. So just be sure to do those daily tasks the very first time you log in for the day, and that way you can make sure that you're getting your Mystic Stones. If you're playing on Nintendo Switch or on Steam, instead of finding a chest each day, you'll find the stones scattered around Seaside Resort. You should be finding 7 of these each day, and these may also stack to 21 across 3 days. Now these can be a little bit tricky to find, but they should be easier than the Springtime Celebration petals. However, right now there seems to be some issues with them spawning in. Some players have reported going out of the area, playing for a bit, and then coming back to Seaside Resort and finding additional stones spawned in the same places they picked them up before. Others are finding them in new places where they weren't spawned previously. On my first day of playing on Switch, I could only find 6 of the 7 stones that should be around. I played for a while going in and out of the area, but you should be able to find 7 stones on the ground on Switch and Steam in Seaside Resort. Here are some of the places I found them in case that helps you. No matter what platform you play on, you should be able to find 7 Mystic Stones around Seaside Resort. They'll be in a chest on Apple Arcade and scattered on the ground on Switch and Steam. In addition to those, you should be able to get 4 from your daily tasks. Just keep in mind, if you haven't done them the first time you log in on Apple Arcade, you may end up missing out on them for that day. So altogether, there's potential to get 11 stones each day. And remember, those 7 scattered around Seaside Resort or in the chest could stack for up to 3 days. In addition to these sources of stones, don't forget to check your Sunblink mail in the game, because you've been sent an additional 45 stones, and that helps offset the cost of everything so much. You can spend these stones at the event stand on new and old furniture. For the new items, you can get the Mystic Book for 5, Mystic Candelabra for 5, Crystal Statue for 20, the Royal Mirror for 12, Potion Shelf for 15, the Stone Desk for 20, Royal Wooden Chair for 10, and the Stone Book Pedestal for 7. Altogether, these will take you 94 Mystic Stones, but luckily with that 45 in the mail from Sunblink, you only really need to collect 49. That means if you're actually getting all 11 every day, it'll only take you 5 days to get 1 of all of the new items. If you're only picking up the ones on the ground or in the chest, and you're not doing your daily tasks, only getting 7 each day, it'll take you 7 days. In addition to these, you will see some of the old items in the event stand as well, including the Imagination Celebration event stand for 10, the wallpaper for 20, the flooring for 20, the stone column for 10, the stone sconce column for 12, and the stone block pedestal for 5. Altogether, those will cost you an additional 77 stones, so that'll take you a full week of collecting every day just to get 1 of each of those items. However, last year we had a really big furniture set, so in addition to those, you'll also have items in the shops. These include the Mystic Stone display for 1 stone, 1 fabric, and 1 spark, royal bed for 2 stones, 25 woodblock and 50 feathers, and unfortunately there is a double bed, so you may want to get 2 of these if you want to have 1 single bed and 1 double bed in your inventory. To make the double bed, you'll need 1 of the royal bed and 25 feathers. For the royal chair, you'll need 1 Mystic Stone, 10 woodblock, and 20 fabric. The stone table is 2 mystic stones and 50 obsidian. Stone half wall is 1 mystic stone and 5 obsidian. The basket of fire is 1 mystic stone, 5 obsidian, and 2 sparks. And the royal banner, you got 2 of these in the mail, so you don't need to spend anything on it unless you want additional ones. That is 1 mystic stone, 5 fabric, and 5 ingot. If you were to buy one of each of these so you could have them in your inventory, it would be 11 stones, because remember, you need to buy 2 of those beds, 26 fabric, 35 wood block, 125 feathers, 60 obsidian, 5 ingots, and 3 sparks. However, remember, since you get that royal banner in the mail, that could save you 1 stone, 5 fabric, and 5 ingot off of that total. And here's what all of those old items look like. In addition, most of the new items and the old items can be customized into different colors. For most items, the metal can be gold or silver. The gems all have an array of color, and then anywhere that you see the red fabric, that also has different colorways. The stone parts on each item cannot change. However, on some of the new items, some of the colorways feel like they're missing a little customization. Keep in mind that the Mystic Book, the back of the book, cannot be changed colors. For some reason, on the stone desk, even though you'd expect the gold to be able to change to silver, right now there's no option for that. For some reason, on the royal mirror, you would expect the red part to be able to change colors, but for some reason, that part is not customizable currently. And with the royal wooden chair, I did have a glitch playing on the Switch where the cushion stayed white, even though it should be customizable. But here's what that customization should look like. And then here are the customizations for the old furniture. You can really change up the look of these. Similar to the others, all the fabric can change color. The metal can change from gold to silver, and then the gems can change color. Again, none of the stone items are going to change. And one thing to keep in mind, that wall and floor are not customizable. So the floor, even though in the little image it looks like it's all yellow and gold, it has a giant red rug area on it, and that red is not customizable. In addition to all the furniture, we also have clothing for this event. As with most events, we get the clothing through the login bonus calendar. And the very first day you log in, you'll be able to get the archer outfit. On day 2, you'll get the crafting plans for the archer outfit, which only needs fabric to craft it. And the reason for this is if you go over to the dye station, you can customize this outfit into a bunch of different colors. On day 7, we'll get the matching hat, and on day 8, we'll get the crafting plans for the hat. Now, there are additional clothing items that we don't see here yet. So with this being a longer event, a 5-week event, we'll probably have a part 2 login bonus calendar and a finale. I'm guessing on part 2 we'll probably see that jester outfit and hat, and then it'll probably be the finale calendar where we finally see that knight's helmet and the sword and shield item. Now those are just guesses, but we are pretty sure those items are all coming on the login bonus calendars through a part 2 and a finale if they follow the pattern of everything else. But which ones are going to end up on which calendars, we'll have to wait and see. But those are definitely worth logging in for, so make sure you're logging in at least 8 days during part 1 so you can get that full archer outfit and hat and the crafting plans to make more. And of course, in addition to these, we have the old clothing items. And for the first time on Apple Arcade, you can actually buy duplicates of some of the legendary items. So if you wanted to display one in a cabin and wear one yourself, or put them on multiple nulls, you're now able to do that. So these include some items that are customizable. These include the princess hat, which is 1 mystic stone and 3 fabric. The princess dress, which is 1 mystic stone and 5 fabric. Wizard hat for 1 stone and 3 fabric. The wizard robe for 1 stone and 5 fabric. And then the armor for 1 stone and 3 ingot. Each of these can be dyed into different colorways, and if you're looking at these and saying, wait, I've seen these in some other colors too, like a red princess dress, a pink princess hat, we also have legendary versions. These will be sold separately, and these include the Hello Kitty princess dress for 1 mystic stone, 10 red dye, and 20 fabric. My Melody princess dress, this is the pink one, for 1 mystic stone, 10 pink dye, and 10 fabric. The Kuromi princess dress for 1 stone, 10 violet, and 15 fabric. And then we have the matching hats. Hello Kitties is 1 stone, 10 red dye, and 5 fabric. My Melodies is 1 stone, 10 pink dye, and 5 fabric. And Kuromi's is 1 stone, 10 violet, and 5 fabric. Not really sure why the fabric costs between each of them seem to vary, and these costs I'm getting from the wiki. I have seen some of these across my different saves, but not all of them. And even though these are named after the characters, these are the dress versions for your character. In order to unlock the characters' outfits for them, you simply need to play during the cutscenes and then they'll become available. In order to get one of each of the old clothing items, altogether you'll need 11 stones, 76 fabric, 3 ingot, and then 20 each of red, violet, and pink dye. The outfits that the characters wear include those 3, so princess dresses for Kuromi, My Melody, and Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty and My Melodies unlock on the first day of the event, and you'll have to play through the event to unlock the others, including Kuromi's a wizard outfit for Pachako and a knight outfit for Cinnamoroll. And remember, with so much of the clothing being dyeable, you may end up wanting more than one of each, because unless they add it in a later login bonus calendar, currently we don't have the crafting plans for any of these, and we were only given one of each. So that's just about everything in the Imagination Celebration and Hello Kitty Island Adventure, running now through May 22nd. There is no event flower with this event this year. Keep in mind, if you're playing on Apple Arcade, to do those daily tasks first so you don't miss out on your Mystic Stones. And if you're not seeing all 7 of your stones on Switch and Steam, you may need to go out of the area for a while and then return. Don't forget to check your Sunblink mail for those additional 45 stones for a really good head start on this event. And don't worry if you're like me and you opened it on Apple Arcade when we got it the other day before the event started and then they disappeared. They have been resent in the mail, so you'll still be able to get them. So hopefully this helped you with the Imagination Celebration. If it did, consider giving the video a like to help others find it as well. If you have screenshots of your character in the new outfits, be sure to share them with us in Discord. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island Adventure content. I have been streaming this update and the event, and I'm playing through on Nintendo Switch, and there are a ton of video guides on the channel. Turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.